All right, it has been a crazy year, 2020. This is it. This is the last episode, 2020. We did it. We made it through this year. I'd be shocked if we make it through next year. It's we've had a bit of a week here in Nashville, specifically Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
We can start off. I don't know which one to start off with. I mean, the lighthearted one, I guess. Our not lighthearted to me is very personal to me, but my mural. So at Zany's, I don't know if a lot of people on here might not have seen it, but if they don't know, my home club, all of our home clubs in Nashville, Tennessee, is Zany's. Zany's Comedy Club. It's a club we go to a lot. It's where we work. It's where we, is one of the first clubs that headlined me, and I really kind of came up through Zany's when I would always come back home. And so, very graciously, my face was painted on their wall, along with George Lopez, John Witherspoon, Joe Rogan, Brett. I almost said Brett Kreischer because they always make fun of Bert Kreischer. Chelsea Handler, Chappelle, like a million, a bunch of comics. And so my face was on the wall. It was on a very good, prominent spot. It's a big picture. This was honestly a gigantic honor. One of the bigger honors I've had in comedy, if not the biggest I've had. Very just felt terrific about it. And then a dump truck drove through only my picture. Only my painting. Yeah. Where this truck goes. It goes to we've got it up now if you're watching, but you can also see it on we're posted on all the social media stuff. It's unreal, dude, how much it just hit my face.
You got George Lopez right to your left, right? And he's totally untouched.
Totally untouched. You would have, if we were real people, you would go, is John Witherspoon's okay? And he's like, I'm fine. I got a little scratch on my cheek. And he goes, what about, where's Nate? And you're like, oh, Nate's.
He didn't make it.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you check? I don't even have to check. He was hit that hard. It's over. It doesn't matter. So we went down there and did a little interview on Channel 5, Brian's old stomping grounds. Yeah. And they were down there, and we saw it. I got a brick. The brick's here. It's in the room. Oh, hey, get that brick right there. We grabbed. This is my eye. If you want to see it, this is just does it look like my eye? I don't know if you can see. Does that looks good? The guy that painted it, his Instagram is
1.4.4.0.
Yeah, 1.4.4.0. Yeah. The paintings are unreal, man.
Yeah.
That's the part that hurts is he's so good at what he does.
Yeah.
That every one of them looks so good. And we're showing some of the stuff. There's Mitch Hedberg up there, Henry Cho,
Joey Diaz.
I'd seen some murals at different comedy clubs. These are the best that I've seen. They don't look cartoonish or caricature,
By far the best. Far the best of any comedy club. That they are unbelievable. The fact when you can say who everybody is.
Yeah.
The only reason you wouldn't know is because if you just don't know who the person is.
Yeah.
That's the only reason you wouldn't know who they are. There was me, and then dude, he ran over that the potted plants.
Yeah.
Well, interestingly they put those up because this has happened before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Trucks run into the club.
Or it's just a car hops the curve and you're in line. It's going to take people out.
Yeah.
Oh, good point.
Yeah. So they had to barricade it. So what happened was there was a dump truck. He's parked up the street, and there's porta potties right like across the street from the door of the Zany's on the other side of the street. So the guy driving the truck wants to go to the bathroom, gets out of the car, starts walking to the bathroom. The truck, there's a video of it. It looks like the truck is like trying to sneak by. He's like, shh, shh, shh.
Yeah.
And the guy's like just walking, has no idea. And it just goes off. The fact there's no cars right there. There was nothing else right there. and get some steam going, and then just right. I mean, dude, that knocked the barricade down.
Yeah.
And then it was on the stage. It was on the stage.
Aaron texted me, and I posted this, but he was like, "Hey, nobody's hurt, but a truck just ran through the wall at Zany's." And I was like, "Whose mural was it? Please tell me it was Nate's."
That's the first thing.
Yeah.
I said, "You're in luck, man." It pretty much only hit.
It was only Nate.
It's like they had it out for him, honestly.
It's right in the middle.
Yeah,
that was. We're looking into it to see if Turler was maybe behind the dump truck. We don't know for sure. There's some conspiracies about that, but it's unbelievable that it was like, it was on the news all day. They kept going back live from Zany's. It was a very funny thing to be like, we just at that moment, which is crazy because then we have everything going on.
Yeah.
But at that moment, there was just not enough going on. And they're like, let's go back to Zany's. How's that wall coming back? And they're like, well, we're boarding it now. Like, there was just kind of, it's a fun story.
It is.
It's a fun story.
Yeah. Do you feel a little bad for out of all the places this guy could have hit?
Oh, yeah.
He hit a club that it's going to make the news. You get celebrities tweeting about it.
Yeah.
I just felt bad for him.
Well, everybody's good to see how good, you know what? It's funny. It could help him in the fact that it could help him in the fact that people are going to see his work now. I mean, because all this went, and now you're going to.
Oh, you're talking about the artist.
What were you talking about?
I was talking about the truck.
Oh, the jump truck.
I feel bad for the artist, obviously.
For the dump truck as well. He's like, what kind of trucks you use? I'll tell you, we use some powerful trucks.
Yeah. I mean, the truck looks.
It's a Peterbilt.
The truck looks great.
Yeah. I mean, he just backed out and drove away. We're not even sure he knows this yet. So we're looking to track him down to let him know, hey, you ruined a building. They asked me to FaceTime him. I go, hey, does this face look familiar? He said the guy was kind of like, he was like kind of laughing it off, but he's like, what are you going to say? What are you going to do?
Yeah.
It's like, one of the crazier pictures is in the green room. Mm-hmm. So the green room is right next to it, and you just see that tire.
We were all there the night before performing.
Yeah.
Yeah, had a great show.
Was this after the Krispy Kreme? No.
No, we did that on Monday, and then this happened Tuesday. And the episode hadn't come out yet, but it was in between when we recorded it.
Yeah, so this is the day after we ate those donuts.
Yeah.
I think this is the next week.
Oh, yeah, you're right, because we saved it for a week.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, anyways, they're going to get a new picture. Might change the picture up. Maybe it's bad luck, that picture. So, change it up to a different one.
Maybe put a different comic there and then move you to somewhere else.
Don't take me away, dude. That's the best.
Put you over on the John Chris side where nobody sees it.
Yeah, that's a hot spot, dude. I'm in a hot commodity. Look at all the action we're getting over there. Killer Bees is right there. I mean, we're all.
That is a great wall.
Oh, it's the best spot, or it was.
For sure.
That's why it's getting hit.
Right.
Life comes with risk. And I wanted to, and I didn't want, they put me in the prime spot.
On the news, you said a lot of comics have been canceled in 2020. So you didn't know yours was going to be by the dump truck.
Well, I was like, this has gone too far.
Yeah.
Yeah. That lady, when you said the reporting of it, and you said she said how was it with Andrew? She's like, he just made a lot of jokes.
Yeah.
And then I came down and I'm like, and right when I get done, I was like, that was funny, right? Like, that's the only thing I asked Brian. And then you're like, yeah, you're interviewing a comedy. Like, you're not going to get a straight answer out of these people.
Right.
And nothing could happen to a comedy club without everybody that gets interviewed is trying to be funny.
Yeah, they wanted to make it a serious story about 2020 and how hard it's been, yet another thing. And she interviewed Andrew Dorfman, the owner, and he said, she goes, what happened here? He goes, big truck hit wall.
That's a great answer.
Yeah. Andrew, who'd just done his first set there in 20 years the night before.
Yeah.
And then this happens.
Well, we won't let that happen again, Andrew. That dude, that's so funny. He said big truck hit wall.
Yeah, he goes, big truck hit wall.
Yeah,
that was his answer.
I mean, they go, well, what did happen? You're like, I mean, he nailed it. That's what happened.
I grabbed a brick, took it home. It's on my mantle.
Oh yeah, Aaron.
I got one too.
Did you?
Yeah.
We got my dad. My dad is up there. I mean, grabbing like 10.
Oh yeah.
Was he really?
Yeah, he grabbed a few more. My sister wanted one, and then I think we were going to sign some or something. I don't know. We were doing something like give them away or something if someone wanted one. It's kind of fun and funny.
It's the most historic building in Nashville to me personally.
Yeah.
I mean, it means more to me than
you should check out the Ryman.
It means more to me than the Ryman, than the Opry or any of these other places. It's like everybody that I ever cared about is performing
in your business,
right?
It's
just to me personally.
Yeah, it's definitely means the most. Yeah, I agree. I mean, Zanies is it's a very special place. Everybody loves Zanies. It's been there forever. Every comic you can imagine, and they have posters of Seinfeld being there in '82. I mean, it's Jay Leno, like for New Year's Eve before Tonight Show. So, I mean, everybody's been there, and it's one of the best clubs in the country. And, you know, the fact that we get to go there as much as we do and kind of get to play around and, you know, Brian Dorfman and Andrew Dorfman, the guys that own it, I'm very close with them and very close with Brian. And then, so Brian, I mean, it's just the fact that Brian's the most pro artist, one of the more pro artist people I've ever dealt with in this business, which is a thing. You know, him, my lawyer, is very. Everybody, the people that I have,
Bob Loblaw,
the team, Bob Loblaw. But you know, when you get into all this stuff and you have any success, you use a lot of people that are on your team or whatever. And so everybody's great. Everybody's, but like Dorfman's extremely pro artist. My lawyer, Lev Ginsburg, is super. He's the most pro art. I mean, dude, I'll lose it on someone if you. I mean, he's like defends me like my mom. Like, you know, like if you try to say something about me, my mom will destroy you. My mom's not having it. Yeah. You do not talk about our family, and which has always been. My mom's she always got kicked out of the baseball games, Little League baseball games.
Oh, really?
Every game, every single game. I mean, it was, and we'd just be sitting there, and he would be, "Are you here? Tell me that's a strike." She's right behind. We're in Rotary Park and Hermitage. "You told me to scream that's a tight." And then the ump looks at her, and she has to go watch the rest of the game from the car. And so we'd always have to. My dad would have to park by center field because he knows my mom will eventually end up back in the car, so she can then see the rest of the game. Because she was getting. I mean, she went. Would just not even really unpack. Like, do you need a chair? She's like, "No, I won't be here long. I'm gonna give it to this umpire." And that's like my lawyer.